How is everybody doing? I hope you're all well. Today is the 17th of May 2025, and 40 years ago today, Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits was released. One of the biggest selling albums of all time and one of the biggest selling compact discs of all time. It's been issued here, a 40th anniversary edition. Before you get too excited, I must say that what you're getting is the album remastered. There's been numerous editions of this album because it sells all the time. But what you get in the 40th is the album itself on the double. This first appeared, I think, back in the 2006 or 7, I can't remember, the Stan Ricker version. Because the CD and the vinyl were different lengths, so it's unedited. It was popped on as a double LP maybe 15 years ago now or something like that. Yeah, but we have an extra thing in here, previously unreleased, San Antonio Live in 85. Yeah, one of the concerts from the Live in 85 tour, where the band played over 250 concerts or something like that. And it's good. The concert is fantastic. But there's no demos, nothing like that. This is the CD version. Pretty flimsy, card fold out. Disc 1 is the album itself. Disc 2 is the concert, and 3 also the concert. And there's a booklet here as well. But I've listened to the concert and it sounds great. It's got some nice tracks on it that you really haven't heard live, but that concert has been heavily bootlegged over the years. So here we have the box, the vinyl box, 5 LPs. Nicely done, made in Germany. And we're going to open it up. 1985 was a long time ago, 40 years. We had Concorde flying over. Space shuttle was a thing. And Bob Geldof was just about to give us Live Aid in July 1985. I was 16. Yeah. So the artwork has the national, or the resonator, just taken down as a kind of a what do you call it, gloss image over the recognizable blue and pink. I think it's a pity this wasn't done in silver foil. I think it would have been a bit nicer in silver foil. Yeah, maybe it gets damaged easier. Nice quality though, you know. I've compared to other box sets you see coming out of an album. You know, I think Oasis definitely maybe felt a little bit kind of, the card cover was a bit light on it. That's pretty decent, you know. It's quite pretty substantial and thick, yeah. So that's the cover. And then there's the booklet. And some photographs of the band. I've read the essay. You know, it just goes off to say like that the demos were, I think, recorded in Phil Manzanera's studio in London or something like that. Phil Manzanera is the guitarist from Roxy Music. And then the rest of the band came to Mark's house and worked on the tracks, and then they went off to their studios, Montserrat, to record the album. I think the initial recording started in November 1984. So there's a new lineup here compared to the previous Love Over Gold tour in 82-83. On rhythm guitar now you have Jack Sonny. He's got a cool Miami Vice t-shirt here, or vest. Then you had Chris White on saxophone, Alan Clark keyboards, John Ilsley bass, Terry Williams on drums. He replaced Pick Withers. Yeah, this was big back then. When Money for Nothing came out, that was the kind of anthem of the summer of 1985. One thing I will say about the essay, it doesn't really go into the songs, which is, disappointing. It kind of, it's interviews with Mark and John Ilsley and a few other people. Yeah, but it doesn't really go into the songs in depth, which is a pity. You'll notice that by the time you finish reading it. Mark's 1983 Gibson Les Paul. This was sold at auction last year, I think, for like £650,000 for an 83. It's a 59 reissue. The real deal probably sold for less, but it's because it was his and it was in the video. Yeah. Yeah. So there's 2 art cards. I think this is a little bit weak, for the Live in 85 San Antonio. That's technically the cover, I guess. It's the same. This is a photograph taken by Deborah Feingold. She got an assistant to hold it up to the sunset, so it's actually not a photo. I won't say photoshopped. It was no Photoshop in 85, I guess. But it was actually the guitar being picked up and photographed, as if that's the way it went. So it's not an overlay. But this is a kind of a live. Yeah. It's okay, I guess. And that's that. The album itself. What it says on the back here, UMG 2020. So this is probably the, it's not a gatefold or anything like that. But I have a feeling that when it says 2020 on it, it's kind of hard to read the text. It's just there was a BBC, on Abbey Road, sorry. What bugged me for years was that there was a time error on the double. Yeah, it's also been released again on single vinyl LP. Yeah. So let's have a look here. Mastered by John Dent at the Sound Clinic, London. Bob Ludwig at Masterdisc, New York. I have a funny feeling that this is the Ludwig. But I'm not 100%. I know that there was an Abbey Road came out about was it 4 years ago, 2021, along with Local Hero, and they found the original U-matic master tape. When it says 2020 here, I guess that must be a regular. It doesn't say anything like anniversary or anything like that. And then this is kind of, I guess, what people are going to be buying, because you're going to have. I've got multiple copies of Brothers in Arms on CD and vinyl. But this is where the this is what the fans are going to be looking for. The San Antonio gig. Of course, you have slightly different labels on this. Yeah, the concert's good. I think I have a bootleg of it, but it's actually quite good. I think the sound is good. Bass is very deep as well, which is cool. But what I like about this is that it's kind of a surprising track list. Stuff that you haven't heard. Right Across the River kicks off with that. Again, it's kind of at the pace. It's a bit like Once Upon a Time in the West from Alchemy. Espresso Love, One World. That's a great to hear live. Romeo and Juliet, Private Investigations. That's another great version of that. Sultans, Why Worry, Walk of Life, Two Young Lovers, Money for Nothing, and The Wild West End. That's a great version. There's actually an extended guitar solo at the end of that, but I reckon it's Jack Sonny, because it's definitely not Mark. He does a lot of high lead stuff, and very, very well done. Yeah, really good. Tunnel of Love. That's about 19 minutes, and it has the carousel waltz as well in the introduction piece. That's fantastic. Brothers in Arms, Solid Rock, Going Home. So yeah, recorded at Municipal Auditorium, San Antonio, 16th of August 1985. Mixed at British Grove Studios by Guy Fletcher, November 2024. And then mastered at Abbey Road Studios by Miles Showell. Now, I haven't played this yet because I haven't got time. I play the CDs. I want to sit down and listen to it. I like to play albums from start to finish. I'm old-fashioned, and that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So, and I'm not going to get into debates about sound quality and stuff like that. I mean, most of my listening is done, because I'm a professional driver. Most of my listening is done on a Sony Walkman, coming into the car stereo, and I still get a kick out of it. I love music. I love music booming when I'm driving. I'm not really worried about. Of course, it's not going to sound. Yeah, there's too much debate on the internet about what sounds like this and what sounds like that, and guys would say, "Oh, that's a terrible version," and "Oh, it sounds like crap," or whatever, and then you buy it and play it and it sounds fine. Like vinyl isn't the perfect format. The reason people buy vinyl, the reason I buy it, is because it's kind of nostalgia. It's nice to have it. It's expensive. This set is actually expensive. I think it's like something like €130, which is a lot for an album, because if you think about it, like 5 LPs, it's expensive if you think about it. Like, you have this, you're going to have this a million times, so you're really paying €130 for a live concert, because Dire Straits now have released their catalogue, and you have the live 78 to 92, which has Alchemy, Live at the Rainbow, and on live at the BBC, and also on every street live on the night. So, like, people were saying that there was nothing from the mid-80s Brothers in Arms tour. Well, there you have it. So, it's at a cost. But Brothers in Arms itself, yeah, even the cover on this one is quality isn't 100%. Let's just check another one. This is the this time Ricker. The quality of this is much better. Yeah. This is Warner Brothers. I think this sounds great. You know, you've got the Mophie ones as well, but they have a banner across the top, which I don't like. But anyway, Brothers in Arms, big selling album, probably easy to listen to by people. You know, it was what, I guess 6 years on from the very first Dire Straits album, which had a lot of kind of country style picking in it, and it was a 4-piece with Pig Waiters on drums, John Ilsley on bass, and Mark's brother David on rhythm guitar. But then, of course, you would Communique making movies, which was a massive success, and then Love Over Gold, which is kind of a dark album, but I really like it. It's kind of challenge you a bit. Great songs on it. But Brothers in Arms, to me, is a pretty smooth album. It's very slick. There's not a lot of guitar in it either. You know, there's really no more of that shiny country style Stratocaster stuff on it. So Far Away. I mean, yeah, he's using different guitars on this album with technology. Synclavier, I think, is the keyboard, the Synclavier by New England Digital. But So Far Away, the guitar, I think, is a Sewer or a Pinsa, and it's got a MIDI output on it. But that song is pretty, just plows on for about 5 minutes, but it's not very exciting stuff. Money for Nothing, of course, has got the drum build up in it, which is great, and Sting is singing on it. And then Walk of Life, which is a very enjoyable track. It's kind of like a Cajun rockabilly thing, and some nice Telecaster work on it. But again, no solo really. Your Latest Trick, it's kind of jazzy, very slick, fantastic track. Randy Brecker actually plays the saxophone on that. Yeah, it's very slick. Again, no guitar solo. Why Worry? That's kind of the only song on the album that has the clean Strat tones, but there's a chorus pedal on it, and then you've got some fretless bass at the extended version by Tony Levin. Right Across the River, great track. Nice solo on that as well, but his guitar sound is quite dark. Obviously, you know, the influence of the Gibson, the humbucker, the Man's Too Strong. I'd say that's kind of the closest thing here to Bob Dylan. And it's the only song on the album where you hear Alan Clark's beautiful piano flourishes. But again, compared to Love of Gold, the clean solos are gone, and so was the piano work. You know, it's lots of synths. Then we've got One World, kind of an odd song on the album, but a good one. And then we've Brothers in Arms itself, which again is very dark, broody, and yeah, that's it really. It's the 40th anniversary. It's a long time ago. I was only 16. Yeah, and yeah. So there you go. That's it really. That's Dire Straits Brothers in Arms 40th anniversary edition. And that's all there is to say. So to answer your questions, I would say that the album itself is definitely not the Abbey Road, especially judging by the date year stamp on it. And the triple album is a new edition. So yeah, that's it really. There's not much more to say. So thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe and take care.